What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. So we gotta talk about the Royal Rumble. For those who don't know, we already know the Royal Rumble is coming up very, very soon. But I wanted to talk about some of the things that's being speculated and I've been hearing other content creators talk about as far as the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. And I want to give you guys my little tidbit on who I think is winning and what ultimately I don't think they should do because, and I'm going to give you guys my reasons why. And you could kind of consider this like a little mini rant if you want to call it that. I'm not going to call it that, but if you guys want to, you have the opportunity to do so. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below, and how you guys feel about the Royal Rumble. But we got to talk about the women's Royal Rumble specifically. Now, who do I think is going to win? I do think Liv Morgan deserves to win the match. And the thing is, I think when you look at the women's division and everything that's been going on right now, she makes the most sense right now for me personally to win the Rumble just because of the simple fact of the story that they have been telling with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley since the last year and the history that they have with each other because at this like last year they were tag teams and they were going up for the tag team titles. Then Rhea turned on Liv. Then Rhea joined the Judgment Day, and Liv also has a upper hand in a sense on Rhea Ripley because since Rhea has joined Judgment Day, she's pretty much next to unstoppable. But there only has been one woman that can claim that they have been able to defeat her since being part of the Judgment Day, and that being none other than Liv Morgan. So I think when you have a sense like that, you can have her be in a situation where it's like, yes, she has an upper hand on her, she has an edge to an extent to have her do that, and also think about it. And they were the first two in the Royal Rumble and the final two in the Royal Rumble as well. The only reason, and here's why I do think it would make sense because, and then she was also written off by Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan was written off a couple months ago by Rhea Ripley. And this was during her feud that she had with Raquel Rodriguez going into SummerSlam and everything like that. So I think it would make perfect sense to have her win the Rumble and have her finish the story, no pun intended to Cody Rhodes, but to have her finish her story with Rhea Ripley and also win the championship at Mania. And the thing is, I do think WWE right now has the opportunity with Liv because of the story, the fan support that she has. She will probably be a big deal when she comes back, hopefully, and people are going to want to see her win the Rumble when it's all said and done. And the thing is, you have the WWE also has an opportunity to build a new star here. Liv Morgan right now, I feel like is on the precipice of becoming a big star in the women's division, and she's proven that she is more than ready at some point to make that big next step. She won the women's championship, and she also is the only woman to beat Ronda Rousey 4 times. Let's not get it twisted. And I know what people have been saying. People are saying Becky Lynch is going to win. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I do not want to see Becky Lynch win the Women's Royal Rumble. I am sorry. The reason thing is, here's the thing. I know, and here's the thing. I mess with Becky Lynch. I do. But it's against Liv Morgan. So, like, come on now. What are we doing? Like, you cannot tell me, like, Liv Morgan and her story going up against Rhea Ripley for that championship is bigger than what they could do with. It's not as big as what they can do, like with Becky Lynch. Because the thing is, my problem with the women's division that I've been saying. Becky Lynch right now, what she's doing with that NXT Women's Championship, she's proven that a women's mid-card championship is desperately needed in that women's division right now and how beneficial it can be to the overall women's division as a whole. And I do think at some point in the next coming months, they should integrate a new championship for the women's division, whether it be a U.S. championship or an Intercontinental championship, whatever, and have it be defended on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, because now it gives other women who aren't really in the big title picture an opportunity to elevate themselves and get to the next level where they can be a potential threat to the World Women's Championship or the Undisputed Women's Championship. That's what you're trying to do. What your goal should be is building up new stars. Your goal should be also about elevating women who haven't had that big opportunity to break through that glass ceiling, even if they've been champion already. And Becky Lynch, she's been there, done it. She's pretty much done pretty much done everything that there is to do in the women's division outside of winning Money in the Bank, of course. But I don't think you should have her win the Rumble just so what for what? Just so you can have that match at Mania, and so she can say she's a two-time Royal Rumble winner. Like, that doesn't do it for me. That's what I'm saying. I don't like sitting here and seeing the same women get used over and over and over when you have the opportunity, more than enough space to allow other women to flourish and get chances to breathe and get opportunities too. It shouldn't be a situation where you're always relying on the same women over and over. That becomes repetitive, and you're gonna lose viewers in the grand scheme of things, because if they're tuning into your show and they're seeing the same women get used over and over, they can't get invested in anybody else because of you are not building them up. And this is a situation where they need to stop doing that and stop relying on Becky Lynch and Charlotte. You got to stop relying on those women and allow other women who haven't had big opportunities like those women to actually get opportunities and make big stars out of those women. Liv Morgan is a prime example of that. She is somebody that definitely deserves to be in that conversation with the ranks of those women, but isn't, because she hasn't really gotten opportunities to do so. Like, and she's definitely on the come up, and she's on, like I said, she's on the precipice of doing something huge in that women's division. And I do think it is her winning the Rumble and having her go on and defeat Rhea Ripley. And honestly, I feel like if you build the story up right, you can even add a stipulation to it as well, because I do think adding a stipulation for this feud, especially with their history, I wouldn't be upset if they were to add a women's Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania, and you have that be your match, and you could still have Rhea Ripley lose, but still be protected in defeat, because she didn't really, because Liv Morgan probably had to use, weapons and stuff like that to get an advantage over Rhea Ripley. So it really wouldn't diminish Rhea in the grand scheme of things too much, because when you have Mania, it should be about putting over new stars, building up new stars, getting people to the next level. But over the last few years, it hasn't really been the case. And if you really want to be honest, the last 2 years of the Women's Royal Rumble have been won by heels. So I do think it's time to freshen things up and have a babyface win the Royal Rumble this coming year. And I do think Liv Morgan is somebody that's definitely should be on the top of everybody's list, honestly, if you want to be honest with ourselves. Because she is literally one of the most talented women that they have right now. And it sucks that she went down to injury. I don't know what they probably would have done with her if she didn't get this injury. But maybe her being injured, and I don't put injury anything bad on anybody, but maybe this could have been a blessing in disguise for her, because now when she does come back, it will have her be in an even bigger spotlight than when she was when she first left. So now it becomes the question, how will the fans perceive her? I do think the fans will get behind her. And if you want to even go a step further, you could even turn her heel and have her adjust her moveset just a little bit. Me and my friends were talking about it. We were saying she could, come back with like a darker character and, and stuff like that. And I think one of the people that she's going to eliminate in that, and this is an early prediction for me, one of the people I think she is going to eliminate in that Women's Royal Rumble is Asuka. The reason being, because think what happened in the Rumble and Elimination Chamber. She got misted by Asuka in the Rumble, which costed Liv Morgan winning the match, and she also got misted, I think, in the Elimination Chamber match, and she never tapped. Her and Natalya double teamed her and got her out of there. They double teamed her, so I wouldn't be upset if she comes back with some sort of vendetta or vengeance. Now she wants to take out everybody that costed her big opportunities in her career. Asuka's going to probably be one of them. Natalya could be another one. Those are two people that you could probably build up and have feuds with for her going into Mania. Even if you want to even go a step further, you can even do a double turn with her and Rhea, because Rhea, even her being a heel, she still gets cheer reactions. The only time she really gets full-on heel reactions when she's next to Dom. So if you take that out of the equation, she's pretty much almost a Stone Cold Steve Austin type of character. Now, what you could do now is do a double turn between her and Liv. Liv turns heel, and then pretty much Rhea Ripley goes full-on babyface. And I think people can be invested because Liv Morgan has that type of aesthetic where you can buy into her as a potential heel character. Have we seen her as a heel singles competitor? No. The only time we've ever seen her as a heel when she was part of the Riot Squad. But now, her being a heel and she's a singles competitor, sign me up any day of the week. And I would be invested to see what stories they tell with her. And not even that. Not only the stories that they tell with her, but the stories that they tell with her and Rhea going into Mania, and what they do with Liv Morgan after Mania, because I do think she's going to win that championship when it's all said and done at Mania. Because I think she is the best case scenario to have her win. Honestly, because I just can't buy into, like, Becky Lynch winning again. Like, I just don't see it. If you want to, and I understand, the thing with WWE, they love to have these women be part of Mania. And that's cool. That's fine. But you shouldn't always have to put them in the top spots all the time. You can have them be part of the mid-card title scenes. You can have them be having these dream matches and stuff like that. You can have her, hold that championship until Mania and maybe to put on a big show and have her defend it against somebody like a Jay Cargill. That's fine. And then other people are saying Jay Cargill winning. I don't think they should have her win off the bat because it's too soon right now. You have her win the Rumble, it's going to be a situation like is Ronda Rousey all over again. And the reason I say that is because when they have had Ronda win, it was too soon. And now it's like, you want to build her. You want to build Jade Cargill up. You don't want to put her in the spotlight too early, because then it's going to become a Roman Reigns project, and you don't want that. Honestly, if I'm a big man, I think if you build her up and you have her face someone like a Charlotte or a Becky at Mania, or even a Bianca at Mania, you can have her face those type of women and outside of the title scene at Mania, and you can and having her beat somebody like that, that's going to elevate her even more, and her stock is going to rise even more because she beat a big name in the WWE Women's Division. So now you can build off of that going into the summer, and you can even have her win the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then have her cash in on whoever's champion at that time. So I think that's the route that they should go with someone like a Jade Cargill. And the thing in Charlotte, we don't need to say anything. She gets all the opportunities. We got to move past that. We got to move past doing that with her and Becky. We got to move past that. I only give props to Becky because she is allowing other women be able to be involved. So I do give credit where credit is due. But I just don't think she needs to win the women's Royal Rumble again. I really don't. I think that win definitely deserves to go to Liv Morgan. But comment down below, let me know. How do you guys feel about my opinions? Do you guys think Liv Morgan should win based off the reasons that I gave? Are you guys still on the Becky Lynch train? Leave that down in the comment section down below. Make sure you kick that like button, Superman punch that post notification man, and spear that subscribe button. We're on the road to 700. We're 674 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer to that milestone. But I appreciate you for kicking it with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.